Well, no one is the winner. No one in the world. The world. Can really go for those command credits.
Stream Elements says, Scorpwana is now live. Streaming Star Trek Online, where no one is the winner. March 10th, 2022.
Hello, everyone that's not watching. Guess it's a bit early for hellos. I am recording, right? Yes, yeah. Stop trying to wake him up and go to sleep. What's dragging it down? Strange. Fucking shit. Frosted bullets.
Murdoch says, I'm home, mommy.
Hello, mother. Hello, mother. Hello. How's it going? Murdax. Private Eye. Oh my god, this thing's going nuts.
Murdoch says, Katara is looking good, just a few other things gonna try out with this Romulan. Murdoch says, it's good.
Excellent work.
What's awesome?
Murdoch says, taking it easy tonight, played music last night, got gigs Friday and Saturday.
Sweet. That's awesome. Sounds good. Let me check my shit here. See, Steam's not downloading shit. That's good. Task manager. CPU. That's crazy. Streamlabs desktop is like showing 15 instances of itself running. Game overlay. Steam. Nothing different. Why is it having such a hard time?
Murdoch says, so I need to run Leap of Faith for the Fekiri Torment engine. Want to go, get it on a tune?
Leap of Faith for the Fekiri Tormented. I'm trying to figure out why I keep jumping around and these frames keep dropping. It's bothering me. What is Leap of Faith? Is that Klingon War? History. Kardashian.
Murdoch says, this console does 39% increased non-hazard dots and also with fire radiation plasma and physical damage. Murdoch says, I'm doing a plasma build so gonna use it on that.
All that glimmer's gone. Yesterday's War. Future Proof. Frontiers. The hell? I don't know where it's at.
Murdoch says, so it creates more damage over time. Murdoch says, it's in Klingon Civil War.
Klingon Civil War. What the hell
Murdoch
is
says, bottom. Murdoch says, you have to scroll down.
You spin me right around, baby. Ah, damn it, this whole thing, what's going on with this? Why can't we activate it? What's going on? Okay. Why is it jumping around like that? Let's call it. Klingon Civil War. I'm having issues with this game. I don't know why it's randomly blurping things here. It's like shit running or something. Slowing it down.
Murdoch says, you got the porn worms inside eating it all ups.
I hope not. I ain't looked at any porn. Streamlabs got to run so many damn instances for. Game client is there. Streamlabs is using a lot of stuff. Crash handler.
Murdoch says, I think it's the server. I just noticed some weirdness in my game.
Well, is it weird as in like you're running around and it just kind of stop and stutter, then go, then stop and stutter and go? Like it's having to buffer?
Murdoch says, hit accept.
Well, I don't. What are the rewards for that? For God, this thing is jerking around. I can't even use a mouse.
Murdoch says, I can share it.
Well, what are the rewards
Murdoch
for it?
says, if you accept.
Skip that. Skip that. Skip that. That. I want to look at the rewards first.
At last, with the aid of Tenavik and the monks of Boreg,
Don't need
we
that.
are ready to take the next step on this strange.
Is it for Klingon or anybody? Like what you're doing? What kind of character are you?
Murdoch says, anyone.
Huh. I'm going to exit the game and come back in. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to exit Steam and everything.
Murdoch says, so certain types of weapons do dots, but this enhances it.
Go back into the game. Look at Task Manager real quick. Streamlabs is okay. Okay. So, Star Trek Online, going back in. It's weird how something can like be normal one day and then the next day it's all piece
Murdoch
of shit.
says, weapons that do any damage over time or fire, radiation, plasma, and physical damage.
What about damage that just kills them right then? Anybody else having this issue? Like I want to go to the forums and see if anybody's having stuttering issues with theirs. It just might be my computer needing to be rebooted for no reason. But I don't like to reboot during a damn stream. Why can't we pause a stream and then resume it? You know? Then you gotta put it all together. It's almost like Stowe has a memory leak. I created my own prison. Layla would not be a prime thing to actually do that with, though, but still she needs to be ran. Okay, let's see. Things already seem to be okay. Let me look at my task manager now. Yeah, Streamlabs is okay too. For some reason, Streamlabs was using up like majority of a bunch of shit. And now it's not. Maybe it's not. Let's see, how's this looking? It's a lot smoother. Or was. Or is. I don't fucking know. Nope, it's still doing it. Alright, well, that's gonna be annoying as hell. I don't understand. Nothing has been changed. It's like it needs to preload things or something. I don't. Fucking shit. Alright, why? Where, here, how? Okay, no, nothing's happening. You can look on the site. It shouldn't be stuttering like that. PC gameplay. Nope. Nobody's talking about anything problematic. Nope. It's just me. Okay. That's interesting. Memory usage, game clients average. Streamlabs just jumped up to a whole gig that it's using for some reason. That's so crazy. Eh. It has been using a gig. It's been using less than like maybe 200 megabytes at most. I do not want to start this damn thing over. It always affects this game. I need a computer. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. I think what I'm gonna do is temporarily suspend the stream to see if it's affecting the game. Well, okay. And that's gonna be after this, because this is time sensitive. Fucking time sensitive bullshit.
Murdoch says, restart your computer.
Well, if it needs it,
Oh my.
it may need that. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna restart. I'm gonna leave the game running temporarily. I'm gonna shut down
Murdoch
Streamlabs.
says, memory leaks happen over time.
Well, this was fine yesterday, and just all of a sudden today, bam, and the game did update. So I'll be right back. Hold on, just a moment.
Murdoch says, also get super anti-spyware for free and do a quick scan.
Well, I've got Malwarebytes.
Leodis_Abnoba says, no.
But yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, let me look. Streamlabs is now
Murdoch
using
says,
a gig.
not all shit is the same.
Streamlabs is using, it's like 15 things of it running in itself. I don't know why that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is it because it's loaded up all those things? So yeah, I'll be right back. Hold on just a second. Just okay. Look at this. 94, 95, looking good. Seven, 8.
Oh my.
So 9. Why is Streamlabs jumping up? That doesn't make any sense. 9 little instances of Streamlabs.
Leodis_Abnoba says, it me.
Hi. God.
Leodis_Abnoba says, I am a memory hog.
Well, when I started up the game, it seemed fine, and I started running Streamlabs, and it just like it bogged it down for some damn reason. Where it was running and then it was pause and go.
Leodus_Abnobas says, "You'll never forget me, mwahaha."
But I guess it seems to be better. I'm not sure. I don't know why it would do that. I started up the same order every time. The only difference this time was that Steam was wanting to fucking update. And I hate when Steam updates. It doesn't do a damn thing. It just sits there and it's like, okay, hold on.
Murdoch says, "Your computer is dying. Time to buy a new one."
I would
Sad
not buy
face.
one. I'd buy parts to make one. Well, yeah, it's dying. It's old. It does what it needs to do. I have been having audio issues.
Leodus_Abnobas says, "Every 3 days Steam updates."
Steam needs to burn in a damn house fire. I've been having like audio issues because I've hooked my computer up to my TV and only extend the display every so often. Like last night, for instance, I watched Picard on my TV versus on the computer, but from my computer using it as just a monitor. And the audio kept jumping around, like it wouldn't stick to the TV correctly and all that kind of junk. So I've had to manually like override the audio default device and playback and all that. But I checked Task Manager and Stowe is using its average memory. Streamlabs was using a gig for some reason. Well, I think the more stuff that I add to Streamlabs, the worse it gets. You know, like it preloads a lot of the video.
Leodus_Abnobas says, "I don't know enough about Streamlabs to suggest anything."
But like the more content you add to Streamlabs, the more it's going to use CPU usage wise and you know, memory wise, of course. So I guess that's why it says there's 15 instances of it in one running. It's the same as Google. Yeah, because it outsources to VLC Media Player to play video clips. One of the good options.
Leodus_Abnobas says, "Oh, to many plugins."
Well, yeah, too much preloaded, like the audio playing or whatever, the little animations and stuff of that nature. It's recommended when you stream, you have like a streaming computer and a gaming computer if you're gonna do that, and you just network the stream over to or through the network into the streaming computer, so the streaming computer puts it on the internet. But who the hell's got that, you know? I can't convert my 2-core processor computer over there to my right into a
Murdoch says, "If you have an i9 then you don't need 2 computers."
Well, I don't have an i9. And I'm only using one computer.
Leodus_Abnobas says, "Richie Mriches."
McRitchie's. No, I've got like you know, the piss poor FX 6300 AMD.
Leodus_Abnobas says, "Yeah."
But it's been doing fine up until now, you know, at this point.
Murdoch says, "You're only streaming Stowe, but best to bet the money into a better chip rather than 2 blah computers."
Yeah. Well, I had always been talking about like building a new computer or something, you know, more modern, more so like to match up with the game you want me to play, which I forget
Murdoch
the damn
says,
name of.
"Most likely Steam was doing downloads in the background."
Oh yeah, I check that shit all the time. It's a little sneaky bastard when it comes to that.
Stream Elements says, Scorpwana is now live. Streaming Star Trek Online, where no one is the winner. March 10th,
Damn right.
2022. Leodis_Abnoba says, so expensive now with the chip shortages.
Yes, it is. It seems to be okay at the moment. I hate that I had to split the stream, though. That's so asshole. Oh, fucking shit. That means I'm going to have to download the first part of it, and then the second part, and then merge them together, then manually upload to YouTube. Because you can't just splice together on YouTube anymore. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. So annoying. Usually my network is what causes issues with the game and with just playing average stuff or whatever.
Leodis_Abnoba says, I have a suggestion for stream names.
Ah!
Steal Trek episodes and rearrange.
Still,
Like the bow that is broken and such.
oh, just take from those Trek episode names. That's a pretty cool idea. Time for the amok. Mock time. All good things. Things be all good.
Leodis_Abnoba says, yet if you can't think of one. Hundreds of options then. Murdoch says, every stream should be an adventure into a new cow's anus.
A new cow's anus. Cow's anus 1 through 5, sir. Hey, they killed it already.
My.
They killed it already. Damn it. Do 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 do. Where are you, you little bastard? Okay.
Arcanoloth.
I choose you!
Please let it be enough damage to get credited. Yay. Eh. He may be watching a movie or a TV series. I think he was talking about yesterday, like the Kingdom or whatever, something Kingdom series he was going to watch, or some I don't know what it is. So he may be doing that instead of watching and chatting. Shatning.
Leodis_Abnoba says, no work tonight. Last night I went in and all 4 of the clients slept all afternoon, so they were up all night.
Oh my god.
All 3 silos are under Allied
They were up
control.
all night.
Excellent work.
Leodis_Abnoba says, it was too much.
Troops inbound.
You have to keep like an eye out for them and keep up with them and all that kind of crap. Make sure they don't get into shit. Keep them company, maybe, I don't know. I need to, I didn't watch Discovery.
Leodis_Abnoba says, company and soothe them.
Oh, wow. Just kind of like listen to them and keep them company, okay. Try to keep them sane as best as possible while driving yourself insane.
Leodis_Abnoba says, yet 2 are freaked out about Ukraine.
Wow. So there's only 4 that you have to look after?
Leodis_Abnoba says, they can't be reasoned like an average person. Murdoch says, why are they freaked out?
Well, Murdoch, I don't know. He probably doesn't know what kind of work you do. Looks after the mentally insane. Come on, 2 more engineering officer. Come on.
Leodis_Abnoba says, I take care of mentally handicapped people.
Yeah. Okay, there's no openings for that. What are they? What is it averaged though? Like what kind of is it born mostly with handicap or
Murdoch
become
says,
handicapped?
I see. Well, yeah, the news can be too much. Murdoch says, even for the average person.
I'm mentally capped handy. Bobber.
Leodis_Abnoba says, some born, some from traumatic brain injuries later in life.
Gotcha. When I was with a friend one time, we were walking in a neighborhood, and there was this mental facility, you know, just an average, like not like a a story thing or anything like that, just maybe a converted house thing or whatever, and they had like maybe 12 patients that lived in there, and maybe 5 or 6 people at a time that was having to look after them. And one time, one of them, I guess you'd call it, escaped, like rushed out of the doorway and started walking fast toward us and was just going, Bobby, 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 you know. And we stopped and looked at him, and he just walked over and goes, Bobby, Bobby, Bobby. We're like, okay. And they were like, so and so, whatever, come on back. You know, they're just people. They're just walking down the road. Leave them alone. Bobby. But well, I don't know what's going on there. They would bring him around like later on whenever I finally got like a retail job and stuff. You know, they'd have like this white van that they'd drive around in.
Says, yeah, sounds about right.
They'd bring them to the store and let them spend their money and stuff like that, you know. And one of them looked over at me and goes, I know you. I know you. I know him.
Murdoch
I know you.
Says, what Scorp is trying to say, he felt a deep kinship and wanted to be the so-called Bobby and hang out more.
But it was just strange. I mean, a lot of times it'd be a few people with Down syndrome they'd bring. A few of them that, like you say, you know, had some brain injuries or whatever. Some born just, you know, that way. And they'd have maybe 3 people with them whenever they would come to the stores and help them and assist them to get stuff or whatever like that. And, you know, just like shopping for their little needs that they want. And then they'd all get back in the van and head back to the facility or their home that they stayed in, the area. So it's probably something like that, isn't it? I don't know. Do y'all take the patients around, clients or whatever, and help them in stores or before COVID or after?
Leodis_Abnoba says, exactly. Murdoch says, classical music, and doing art is probably therapeutic, or even video games for some, but yes, smart relaxing music.
We would have someone, one of them would always buy a newspaper because he was interested in what was going on in the world news. And some of them you could tell just they weren't there. You know, they were just being looked after or whatever. I mean, even like when I worked at the previous Dollar General, in town, there's this lady whose daughter is mentally handicapped, and she believes that she's like maybe 3 or 4 years old all the time, and she's like maybe in her early 20s, real big, got these scabs all over and stuff, you know, because she's always picking at her.
Leodis_Abnoba says, we help them try to live average lives.
Yeah.
We hope to make them self-sufficient, but some will never get there.
Yeah, that's a thing that's just not going to happen for everybody. It's like with people with autism, you know, they try to like teach them how to, you know, do certain tasks and things so they can live in their own area or whatever and be able to contribute and feel successful. But this one girl, every time that she would come in, she would said, "Oh, hi, boy," you know, start laughing and giggling, and she had to been about maybe like, I'd say about above 5'5", maybe 5'8", and maybe like 300 pounds, you know. And they cut her hair short, and of course I said she, you know, she had scabs all over her arms from when she'd pick them and stuff, been bleeding all the time, and just have like rage fits sometimes, you know, and then even before all that, whenever we would get on the bus when I was going to school, we had this one handicapped girl that would always have her hands in the back of her pants, and you know, and then you have to hold her hand to the bus stop. And every day was her baby's birthday, you know, because she had a little baby doll. She called it Tutu. Says, "It's Tutu birthday, it's Tutu birthday," every day. She was in the 6th grade for like 5 years. Then finally, I think the mother just, you know, took her out of school. But I've always had this like thing, like even people in high school or whatever that were handicapped in a way, and or you can barely understand them.
Leodis_Abnoba says, yeah, they aren't able to fully realize the real world.
Yeah. I mean, there would be like several, and I guess I was just a magnet for problems, people or whatever, you know, that had problems. And they would, there was one girl that was in a wheelchair that you could not understand a single word she was ever saying. But she would talk to me, and I would smile, and, you know, as if I knew what she was talking about. And sometimes I'd try to figure it out, or, you know, and, people that like were completely handicapped in a way, like there's this one that was in our school that never spoke or anything like that. I don't know what kind of mental disability he had, but he'd come stand over there and we'd talk at him as if he were part of the group, you know, and he'd never say a word. He just kind of just had that little smirk on his face, like, you know, thanks for letting me stand around, you know. It was always like that. And some other people would be picking on him and stuff, and we'd be like, I'd be the one, like, you know, say, y'all just chill, leave me alone, you know. But yeah, they need as much help as they can have, and they're appreciative for it, you know, the ones that realize that, you know, you're helping them.
BATT3MPIRE says, kindness is free and has its own rewards.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Hello. Damn, I could have used Leela. Okay, I need to like have her do some the Borg TFO things. I forgot all about that.
Leodis_Abnoba says, yes, agreed.
How's it going down there, down under? Mr. Down Under? Down yonder? That's what we say here in the South. You may say down under, we say down yonder. Yount to. We going to mall, yount to. Jeff Foxworthy. But I've always been like kinder to people, you know, that have mental disabilities and stuff, because, you know, whenever you've got all your facilities there in your being a jerk or whatever like that, or sarcastic or something, like just being an asshole, throwing a fit. You know, that's a fit you create yourself versus a lot of them have the
Murdoch says,
inability.
cause that could you be someday.
That right. It may me be now. Who am I?
BATT3MPIRE says, yeah great, just playing some GTA till my mate gets back online.
Ah, man, I kind of do miss playing GTA. That was some fun stuff. Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. If I lived to be like older or whatever, like, you know, senile old or something like that, I can guarantee you, you know, nursing home here I come.
Murdoch says, I recently reinstalled that game.
Really? I don't know what they're doing now with it, but mine was the Cayo Perico or whatever it's called, heist that you can make millions like so easy with. That was fun. I stopped playing it because people were just using cheats and stuff like that and hacks and whatnot, and just making the game not fun anymore. I mean, you just play around and then all of a sudden they're putting you up in the air and throwing you down or whatever like that, and putting you in cages on there. It was just annoying.
BATT3MPIRE says, add me BATT3MPIRE. Murdoch says, so the next GTA is coming out a year or two from now.
Well, I haven't played the game or had the game on in a long time, so I would have to load it up and all that kind of stuff. The next GTA game coming out a year or two from now? Really? They've really milked the hell out of GTA 5. That's for damn sure. They've had it out there for a while with an H. A while. Let's do this Borg thing real quick. It's some fun, you know, just going around and doing whatever in the game, though. I do enjoy that. Finally got my character like an arcade. Because the Cayo Perico or whatever it's called, Cayo, I don't know.
Murdoch says,
heist.
Well, it was the most expensive game ever made back then.
And my goodness, since I had like slow speed DSL, it was like 150 kilobytes a second is how fast I could download. I didn't download the game. I had to buy the physical copy to install it, and then let it you know, update, and it took forever to update that damn game. Now I can update, download, and all that kind of stuff pretty fast, and makes playing the game a whole lot easier when I would play it. I like playing with both keyboard and mouse and a controller whenever I'm playing the game. It's mostly because driving on a keyboard to me sucks. I like driving with a controller because you can control it more, you know, with the analog stick as a steering wheel, which I do have an Xbox steering wheel. Guess I could use that. I need to modify it though because it's broken. Something about those first gen Xbox 360 steering wheels where the little plastic bearing on the inside would wear away and then cause it to wear around the area, make it all janky, you know, whenever you're messing around. The fix that someone came up with was like putting an actual metal bearing system in it, but that involves like, you know, using a Dremel and whittling it around here and there, make it a perfect circle and stuff, and I just never got around to doing that. But I have it still, and it's actually, yeah, it's on top of one of the tower computers that I have in my room right now, like behind me. I'm a hoarder. Yeah. I've been told I need to clean my room. But I'm in my 40s. I shouldn't have to clean my damn room, even though I still live at home. Damn it. I watched that South Park COVID, post-COVID last night because it was recommended to me to watch it.
Abnoba says, no shopping trip unless you clean your room.
For real. It's like I pay a rent every month to live in the house that I kind of halfway grew up in, because this is not the home house, but it's the house that was left over, I guess, after moving and finally settling when we were teenagers, kids, and stuff like that. So I guess it is home. But I pay a little rent, a little bit toward whatever kind of bills need to be paid. So I'm like, damn it. I just kind of have a messy room if I feel like it. Shit. Damn it. Damn it, Kyle. But I got Cartman on my brain now. I cannot stop laughing at the stuff in South Park, though, that what has happened and all that stuff. And all that other stuff. And stuff, all that stuff. Okay, Delta. I'm going to go for Delta. Basic marks, 35. And a specialization point because I jumped up. That's pretty good. Okay, leave me up. But I've got a bunch of shit in my room. People have been stealing catalytic converters around where I live at the town near where I live, and also out in the area that I live. So everyone's had loud pipes and stuff and getting in trouble for having like loud vehicles when they themselves can't control that someone stole the parts of their vehicle. But apparently gold is up there really high, in price, and so there's gold in those things, so there you go. Luckily for me, the vehicles I own, I don't think have one in it.
Yup, because there is an expensive element inside which comes from Ukraine, so they got expensive.
Got expensive Ukraine. Luckily for me, though, I don't know if the vehicles that I have a catalytic converter. I mean, I have a 1971 Volkswagen Beetle, which I highly doubt has a catalytic converter in it, because I know for a fact it doesn't. It's got just a regular muffler in there. And it's not really that loud. I don't get, like, why can't they make it like, it's a muffler, so it muffles. That's what it does. It's a muffler. Muffler. And then I have a 2013 Smart Car. And I've looked underneath it, and I haven't ever seen a catalytic converter under it. But I don't know. It's engines in the back, just like a Volkswagen. Or an old Volkswagen. What? Why are you hunched down?
Rayadis_Abnobas says, Richie Ricky. 2 cars.
Well, the Volkswagen was a build type situation. I had $2,000 and wanted a car of my own, because I was using like my parents' vehicle that they, if they got a new vehicle or whatever, they would let me use the vehicle that was left over, but I would put gas in it and all that kind of stuff, like when I was younger and things. And then my sister, my mom had bought her a used car, like a 2001 Ford Mustang, and my sister took it over there to like Miami, Florida, whenever she went to live there, and hey, so much shit happened to that car while it was over there. It got keyed on both sides, like a super deep keying, a failed part put into the engine to keep the oil pumping or whatever broke, and that caused the engine to seize and lock up. So we had to have it brought back home over in a hauling trailer or something like that, one of those vehicle trailers, and put a new engine in it. And then my sister come and got it, like, and drove it back to Florida from where we live. Since I already said it, I live in Arkansas. She T-boned a guy over there with the vehicle, smashed it in real good in the front. When she was driving it, going to school when she was younger, she backed into somebody, and the bumper had to be replaced in the back, or the bumper cover rather. What else? There's a bunch of other
Murdoch
stuff.
says, can I get her to T-bone me?
Hey-o! I mean, it was like there were only 2 vehicles out there, and she wasn't paying attention. She was tired at night, and just bam right into him like 60 miles an hour. But oh my, indeed. But you know, and being over in Florida, it would rain every day, and sometime that rain would. She worked at like Bed Bath and Beyond over there, and she'd park out in the parking lot, and it would rain, and it would flood a little bit, so it would get underneath the car into the catalytic converter, muffler system, and all that kind of good stuff over time. You know, with the saltness that's over there, and the salt water, and the oceans, and the rains and whatnot. So whenever she kind of retired that car, she gave it to me because she had got herself like an SUV or something or whatever. And so I started to like fix it back up and, you know, try to make it look better and run better and whatnot. And, then it kept throwing these error codes and stuff about the exhaust system and this the injectors and all this kind of stuff. And they thought it was a timing chain at first, so I had to stop driving it. And luckily for me at the time, I did have, which I still do, I have the Volkswagen that I fixed up. And it turned out it wasn't like a timing chain. It was just the catalytic converter was completely rotted from all the like salt water and water that it had been exposed to in Florida. So it just got like cut out. We were going to replace it with like one of those you can like pop in, snap in types, but never got a chance to do that because my cousin's daughter had always wanted that car. So my mom sold it to her, and like a week later she was checking the fluid levels and forgot to latch the hood all the way down. Going down the interstate, the hood flies up, hits the windshield. She gets scared and runs into the side wall of something or whatever, and those little water barrels that they usually have out, and damage the car beyond repair. So that's a sad story for that car, but it was yellow, so they always made fun of it being yellow. Now my Volkswagen, though, way before that, shortly after I started at Dollar General, it was like a year later, it's in 2012. I'd always thought about, you know, I needed to get a car that was my own and not keep borrowing my parents' vehicle that they said was mine because they had me on the insurance and I was actually paying toward having it insured. So, and it was like an old white van, you know, like a GMC / Chevy van. Not the kind you pick up kids in, but yeah, I needed to get like a vehicle because the van itself was starting to die, and we kept getting things replaced over and over and over, and it kept getting bad. EGR valves and all that kind of junk was just going nuts. But so
Laetus_Abnoba says, are you the sibling that takes care of your parents?
I hadn't gotten that far yet, but I'm the one that stays at home around where my parents are / were. My sister was the one that always like wanted to go off and get away from the area because she said there was nothing to do around the, you know, and just to go to work you had to get out from around here kind of situation. So she was always the one that
Laetus_Abnoba says, take them shopping. Do chores for him?
Well, my mom's still young enough she can get around herself, and my dad had passed away a few years ago. So she's still able to get around and do stuff. So there's that. But if she ever wanted anything, like for instance, I work at Dollar General, so you just tell me what if she wants something, I can get it, bring it home or whatever. We don't want to fight you, but we're gonna have to fight you. But I started out on a little journey of restoring a 1971 Super Beetle to be used as a daily driver. And I'd always wanted a Herbie the Love Bug, you know, Volkswagen. So looked around, and some guy that was within 20 to 30 miles had one for $2,000. It was just a big, like, it was several different colors and rust all over it. Didn't run. Didn't have brakes. Nothing was working. And the inside looked like trash. You know, that kind of thing. And I didn't know that $2,000 was too much. I should have paid for it. But at the time, I was like, wow, you know, this is going to be mine. So the first day that I got it, you know, we drug it up underneath the carport, which is like a garage with opening area. I know a lot of northern people don't know what a carport is, but it's like a garage without a side, you know, and stuff, and you pull in without a garage door. But and I started sanding on this thing immediately, like when I got it home, taking things off of it.
Abnoboss says, sounds pointless.
Sounds pointless. It was about the experience. I had never done any kind of mechanicking ever.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, carport.
Oh, carport. Well, it's you just kind of imagine, you know, those little things, they're little parking sheds that you can buy that are.
Murdoch says, keep going. I'm listening. So you're sanding A&D?
Yes. So I start like sanding down this car. I start pulling parts out because I'm like, this car is going to get a complete repaint and everything. Like, I'm going to fix I'm going to patch the holes in it and all this kind of stuff. So I rip out the partially installed and painted headliner.
BATT3MPIRE says, it's a garage without walls.
Yeah.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, no, I will take him off track. Damn it.
Damn it. So, like, I took the dash out, took the steering wheel out, kept the engine inside because that was going to be a later thing, you know. But I did, you know, I cleared it completely out of everything. Took the seats out, took the floor panels and fixed them up as best I could. Got up underneath it with like a drill and a sanding, or well, a buffing disc or whatever to take off all the junk that was underneath it. And just, you know, stripped it down to bare bones to go have it painted. And saved up money, got it painted at some place near where I'm at. They didn't sand it down first, so whatever sanding was done is me. I found out later on that they just got mad and painted it because I had waited 2 months and they still didn't have it painted, so I got impatient apparently, according to them. But once I got it painted, started putting it back together, buying parts for it, you know, getting the engine completely running. I took the engine off, had to replace the headers on it, cleared out a lot of the stuff that was inside of it, learned how to clean a carburetor. Bought a new carburetor for it because I found out the bushings inside the old carburetor were making the gas leak all over the engine. That's not good. Got a new distributor for it. Just everything. Panels and plates that actually went back there that everyone kind of discards over the years of these Volkswagens. Like the heater shields that are back there in the back that help keep the engine in bay and whatnot, you know, and replaced all the rubber that I could all over it. Replaced the front suspension. Replaced the steering box.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, wouldn't gas all over the engine just make it go faster?
Well, in a Volkswagen, it'll make it go boom.
Says, could the engine turn over when you bought it or no?
It could not. It could not turn over at all. For one thing, the guy that I bought it from said he had the engine running, but I guess everyone forgets that it has manual valves that you have to adjust, you know, over time. And nobody had adjusted them, and it was leaking since it was getting too much air into the carburetor, because the carburetor is like a dual input and output type, to where it has two things. You have to manually, like with a screwdriver, adjust two little like screwing areas there that allow the mixture to be just right inside the vehicle's carburetor. And it had an air leak, so it was taking in too much air no matter what you did, so it was causing the car not to really run. It would start up because it was getting enough fuel, but then once it was cranked and running and like actually going, it would just putter to nothing and then stop. So I had
Leatus
to.
underscore Abnoba says, German engineering at its best.
It's good as long as you know what how to adjust it and keep it adjusted. It's fine. But this guy didn't, and he had like a manual that he thought was helpful, and he didn't have any experience like myself. I didn't have experience. I bought
Murdoch
a Bentley
says,
manual for
is
it.
the car yellow and red now, and does it say Rock and Roll MC Donald on it?
No, it's original color from whenever it was first born or whatever is actually the color of Bumblebee from Transformer. It's like a dull 70s yellow, or was, before I had it painted off-white color. And it had somebody had brush painted it blue.
Murdoch says, so does it look new now?
Oh, I can show you a picture of it. Just give me time. Right now it's covered in like dust and green moldy crap or whatever, and because it lives outside, I got a birth certificate for it and everything.
Murdoch says, did you do the interior?
Yes, I did the interior.
Leatus underscore Abnoba says, you took it from a pretty yellow to a beige.
Well, part of it was still yellow underneath the hood. The rest of the car looked like someone had hand painted it a light blue color with a paintbrush. So I sanded a lot of that
Leatus
down.
underscore Abnoba says, Lame.
And I put Herbie stripes on it. So it's Herbie the Love Bug car. It's got black interior. I had to reupholster the back seat. Got like a new Sapphire or used Sapphire radio, which came.
BATT3MPIRE says, Herbie.
Herbie. Herbie. Since you're in Australia, you probably never heard of it.
Does it still work? Did you drive it often and did it break and now you don't use it?
Yeah, it would still work if I had gas in it. I got tired, like, when I had it running, it was great, but I'd have to like adjust everything all the time.
Yeah, from the tricks he turns on the streets.
I mean, you'd have to adjust the valves.
Abnoba says, smiley face. BATT3MPIRE says, just yankin' or chain. LOL.
The brakes were an issue in the front because I'd always have to adjust them because they have adjusting stars, and the latches that hold the stars in place were gone, and the only way to put them back in.
FBI, open up!
The only way to put them back in is to take it completely off of there and have someone tack weld a new one on. And I was not willing to completely take the front end off the car again. So I would have to readjust the brakes like once a week in the front. Okay. We're going to just accept. But, and then maybe just get a new battery for it. And there's a front left tire that completely kept going down, so I have a new tire to put on that part of the car. But it's about scheduling a body shop, or not a body shop, but like just a garage type shop that works on putting cars on, wheels on cars or something like that, to get it done. But this damn fucking job that I have, I'm always there. So maintaining it versus having to go to work, maintaining it just kind of fell off the whole thing. I completely just stopped because, I had to like redo the whole steering in the car too, because it was all like jacked up. And I have a video of me like
Murdoch
working
says,
on that.
how do you get to work then?
My smart car that I
Leatus
have.
underscore Abnoba says, sounds like a lot of work for a car.
Yeah, because I'd always wanted a Herbie the Love Bug, so I worked hard with it, and I'd always put models together. And I thought this would be a big model for me.
Murdoch says, you have a smart car?
Yes. I have a smart car. That's my two vehicles, the Volkswagen and the smart car. I had to like get for the Volkswagen like new trim for the whole car, the metal trim. Started making 3D
Murdoch
parts
says,
for it.
Is it Knight Rider?
No, it's just a basic white smart car. In 2013. I keep getting jokes about like
Leodis_Abnoba says, so is the VW the dumb car?
no, he's the manual car.
Murdoch says, did you name it Kit?
No, I did not name it Kit. It's just a smart car. It's not, you know, it's a stupid name for a car that is not smart. The car is built off of German and French technology. So it's got the engine in the back. It takes a specific type of everything, you know. It's all metric. Which I had to get metric tools to work on my Volkswagen. I would link you to a whole page on Facebook that I have dedicated to the build of that car, but then I would give away so much myself.
Leodis_Abnoba says, did you paint the smart car to look like a Tyke pedal car?
No.
Murdoch says, sounds interesting.
The smart car has plastic panels all over it that are typically just a white color, like bare, just whatever.
Murdoch says, how did you get the German smart car? Did you have it imported?
No, that's just what smart cars are. I mean, they're made from Mercedes-Benz type stuff or whatever, you know, like the company, which is French and German technology depending on what year it was. The smart car is just your basic average little tiny two-seater car. And yeah, it's not like a major kind of car. I mean, since I've got mine, so many other people around here have it too. And I get jokes all the time about it, like since it's so small, it's like 8 foot
Murdoch
long.
says, is it one of those super tiny ones, almost like a go-kart?
Yes, you can get one of them in actually GTA, the little tiny car. It looks like a little tiny toddler shoe going down the road with the little wheels. It's good gas mileage.
BATT3MPIRE says, they look like a Tyco toy car.
Yes, it's
Murdoch says, people make fun of you LOL.
Yes, they do. They tell me that the car must have been picked off for the vine too early. They'll ask me where the rest of it is. You can open up both of the doors and it's longer than the car.
Abnoba says, I've seen one painted like a Tyco car. It's hilarious.
Let me get a link, I'll show you. It doesn't have original like wheel covers though. I want to get those, but they're like $200 a piece or something, or $100 a piece. But I've been kind of making it better as I've had it. Let's see.
Murdoch says, haha, that's funny. Hey, what happened OT the rest of it?
What happened to the rest of it? Yeah. That's what they would say. They said, somebody stole half your car out there. We're like, no they didn't.
BATT3MPIRE says, how often do you have to change the rubber bands? Leodis_Abnoba says, undercompensating much?
Right. I'm gonna find a basic picture out here. I mean, it does what it needs to do. I'm just trying to get a damn copy of an image link here. What the fuck? You gotta go through all this bells and whistles just to get a... Maybe that'll...
Scorpwana says, https://buritjackson.azure.net/staging/carlist/item/2142777_3-4_web.jpg.
That's just from some random place on the internet. It's called a Smart for Two car.
Abnoba says, I want them to bring back Geo Metros.
But that's my average car that I drive. It's a... Let's say I'm the third owner of it. It came from Ohio originally. Was in 2 accidents.
Abnoba says, //slasher//slashed.
Yeah. It's was in 2 accidents a week from apart from one another when it was in Ohio. And when I got it, I had to pop panels back into place and stuff. And
Murdoch says, when I was a kid I did my driver's lessons in a Geo Metro.
Nice. But that's what I drive.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, it survived?
Yeah. Evidently it tipped over. It's got like a little scuffing in like one of the rims and stuff. It has 2 different type of rims on the car, which both say, like, it says front and back.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, loved my Geo, had one in high school.
When I got the car, the rims were on the wrong end, because it says front and back because there's an offset on the rim, and that means the center of the wheel is not centered. It's either pushed one direction or the other direction.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, did you get a grandma to flip it back over?
Someone told me I need to put a Nike check mark on the sides of it. And then someone said I should put fake laces on it, make it like a little shoe. Somebody told me that I needed to paint it to look like a watermelon. Like a baby watermelon. Fun fact, though, I mean, if the weather ever got too bad, I could actually drive it into the store that I work in. It reminds me of a Volkswagen a lot because they're so small. But yeah, you open up the doors and it's wider. It's longer than the car is.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, now paint it like a split in half shuttle pod. Murdoch says,
Yeah.
you should paint it into a tiny pangas.
I think they actually had one in the movie with what was that? That's that one where they make people tiny. You know. The actual smart car wheel covers are pretty futuristic looking. They're like solid. But I never got those for myself. I mean, shit's too expensive. I had to get a genuine windshield wiper blade set when I got it.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, honey, I shrunk the kids.
No, it's the one where the scientists say that in the movie it's like people have used up the resources of Earth and things, and he comes up with the idea, well, if we shrank ourselves to a smaller size, then you know, it'll be better for us or something like that. Dude that played in the Martian movie was in it. What the hell's his name? Shit. Ben Affleck's best friend. Shit, I can't think of his name.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, honey, I shrunk the kids again.
No, damn it. Played in like Good Will Hunting. What's his fucking name? Jimmy Kimmel always like talked about not having time for him.
Leodis_Abnoboss says,
yeah, Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Yeah, the movie where they shrunk everybody down. I think there's a smart car in that movie. There's a woman that drives one around here, and she's got Sugar Mama written on the back of it. So guess where I got the idea to put that on this here. And hers has like pink writing all over it and pink wheel rims or something, you know, that she's painted. Evidently she's some like old 70s lady. Then someone else has one that looks identical to mine that they drive around.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, shrink them down and replace the gerbils.
Replace the gerbils, right? It's pretty good on gas mileage. I get people asking me all the time if it's an electric car, and I said no. But they do make an electric version. Mine's just a used car that was real cheap.
Oh my.
You know, because you can buy these things for like an average of maybe $2,000 to $6,000 or $7,000 when I got that one of mine, depending on what kind it was. Mine does not have paddle shifters, as
Murdoch
some
says,
of them do have.
Wow.
Mine's a Smart for 2. I think it's the Passion version, which means it doesn't have a lot of electronics in it. It doesn't even have a dash, like a glove box in it. It has a spot for one if you want to buy the actual like $200 or $300 like device thing to install it or something like that. It doesn't have a spare tire. It's got that, or if I were to have gotten it brand new, it would have had the foam inflation emergency kit for it versus nothing. So if I ever have a flat, I'm screwed. Let's see. It
Murdoch
doesn't.
says, it gets you from point A to B and it was new, so that's cool.
Yes.
Better than riding a cycle in the rain.
Exactly. That's the whole point. Just a daily driver that I didn't have to maintain as much as my Volkswagen.
_Abnoboss says, did EA make it? All the extra DLC costs more?
Oh yeah, the DLC costs more. Which you can get one of those in GTA 5 actually. They have everything's expensive in GTA 5. But yeah, since it was like not really that much to maintain, like my Volkswagen, I haven't cranked that thing in like 3 years. I haven't started it in 3 years. But I steadily like work on parts of it. Like when I got it, since the steering system was kind of shot and janky because it had what they call the suicide
Murdoch says, only bad thing is if you get an accident you're gonna be then one on the losing side.
No, actually, you need to watch the smart car crash tests. It's got like a little the way it's built, it's like a roll cage built around it or inside of it. Survivability is up to 90% range, like direct head-on collision type stuff. I mean, if you've got a seatbelt on. It's got 6 airbags inside of it. Which I don't even
Murdoch
think probably
says,
would work.
Against a trailer tractor?
Against a brick wall. There's a video out there of someone of the crash tests that they did for the smart car. And it's like they're driving this thing 90 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour or whatever, and it's just straight into a wall. And they have like the sensors and stuff in there, and its survivability was really high. I always get people telling me though, if you hit a squirrel, you're gonna go in the ditch in that thing. And I'm like, yeah. I get shit for it all the time. You don't think, like, when you're
Murdoch
inside of it,
says,
though.
If a tractor rolled on top, would the roll cage support how many tons a tractor is?
I highly doubt it. I don't know. I do know that there was this one woman that came in.
BATT3MPIRE says, survivability of occupant is high. The car itself gets disintegrated.
Yeah, like in Demolition Man or whatever, where it turns into like it turns into a foam car or something. But no, there's this woman that came into the store one time. She goes, "Whose smart car is that out there? I used to have one just like it until I wrecked it." And I was like, "Really? You wrecked it?" He goes, "Yeah, I crashed it real good, but I was okay." I was like, "Oh, well, that's all. It's nice to know."
Surrender to the Terran Empire.
The Terran Empire. There's a video out there of someone putting in a super high-powered horsepower like engine and drag racing with it, beating out like a complete like race car or something. So I got people like interested in looking them up, and a few people have actually bought a few because they saw me in there. This one dude, he's like about
Leidus_Abnoboss says, cool story brother, no video, it didn't happen.
right. I can link you to a lot of the videos of the smart car. I researched a lot about it before I got it. It's easy to change your own oil in too. I mean, it's so simple. You don't have to go to a dealership to, you know, have them take half the vehicle apart to get to where you put the oil in. Just like a Volkswagen. Volkswagen oil change is a pain in the ass.
Leidus_Abnoboss says, just pick it up.
No, it's got room underneath it. It doesn't ride low. It's about maybe about 8 to 10 inches of ride room underneath it, which is an average for a vehicle. It's got small tires. It's European.
You are fools to oppose us.
It doesn't even have like a tachometer inside of it. You can get the pure version that has the gauges and stuff to tell you things. It doesn't even tell you oil pressure. It's just there. It's got auto manual transmission. You can push it into manual mode or automatic mode, which is nice. I've never used manual mode. it shifted itself out of like barely pushing on the gear stick with something. Will shift it out of one to the other without problems. But yeah, it's a nice car. If you're inside of it, you don't think you're in a smart car. Granted, there's no room in the back.
Arcana Loth says, UNF, yeah, push it. Push it real good.
Oh. Boom, 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 boom. It's like that Mentos commercial with the Volkswagen. But yeah, I should really
Arcana
I should really get out there and like just turn the engine in the Volkswagen so that it doesn't put a bind on the springs inside of the heads though. That'd be nice, and where the valves are. But nah. If I were to ever get that thing running again. One of the things though about like my Volkswagen is when I took the complete steering thing out of it, the whole column and everything, the rod and stuff, because it was real loose. There's this thing like the Super Beetles had McPherson struts, like the very first Beetle to ever have those, and over time the rubber would wear where it was at, and it would cause this suicide stutter in the car, to where if you went so fast you could actually wreck it. So I had to replace all of that when I got it, and
Make repairs. Repairs complete. You face the wrath of the Terran Empire.
God, I cannot play the game when she's talking. It sucks. It just pisses me off so much. The turn signal that I had to get 5 or 6 of those over the course of the time I had it, because the spring would break and it wouldn't auto return. So I decided to reinforce the spring stuff by 3D creating the actual things that hold the spring in the turn signal switch to replace those with more stable, parts. And I have them for sale on Shapeways. Someone's bought some, and I even have some installed in my car. There's a piece to the steering column.
Abnoba says, at least they don't keep showing her new model.
Yeah. I'd really liked it if they put the old one back on here. Well, like, okay, I guess when they get her now off the exchange, I guess they get the new version then, right? This thing?
Deploy defensive countermeasures. Make repairs.
Leotis_Abnoba says, EO.
Even though it shows the old picture or whatever, I've seen this one, for people who have just been getting the newest one.
Repairs complete. Now you face the wrath of the Terran Empire.
Leotis_Abnoba says, even in Mud's market?
I have no clue. I just know that there are still the old version and the new version. I've seen them like different people having one or whatever like that at Dyson. They'll have Lita. Then my whole thing was, why would they have 2 separate models of that? Like, why maintain that? Like full models too. Instead of say like have a head change or something like that, it's the same body that they use. It is a head swap, but they made a whole new model with it instead of just head swapping. It's like you can have it load up a whole lot less.
Abnoba says, the new model is UGG.
Yeah, well, that's what she really looks like in real life, though. That's the problem. The one they used for the game, I guess she never looked like that. I'm not sure. I don't really remember that character much. I do remember every once in a while, but I didn't think that she was that big of a player, I guess you can say, in the show. To have to remember that she's there.
Face the wrath of the Terran Empire.
Yay. Had to pick one of these. One of these days. Boom, 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 boom.
We're taking too much damage. Deploy defensive countermeasures.
Yeah.
Arcanoloth says, yeah, Chase Masterson is in Stowe cause she's available for work, she's active in the fan community. Leodis_Abnoba says, DS9 episodes she marries Quark's brother and becomes Grand Nagus wife.
When I watched DS9, for some reason I tuned her out I don't know. Like I knew she was a character, but she wasn't on as much as everyone else, so I kind of just like thought of her as a background character. Kind of like that Morn character that would never say anything, would just sit at the bar. The Grand Nagus.
Arcanoloth says, she was a supporting character in DS9, but Stowe gets the people that are available in their budget. If they ask for big money or are busy, WER don't get those.
But she recently did not have plastic surgery, so that's why her model's been updated. So yeah, you look her up like in real life right now, and the model they use in the game now is a 100% accurate version of who she looks like in real life. She's got a permanent smile, let's just say that.
Leodis_Abnoba says, yeah, it just doesn't look right.
It's cartoony.
Something seems off about it.
Yeah, it's called plastic
Arcanoloth
surgery.
says, yeah, they updated the model since she's been in the game from launch era and 10 years have passed.
Final score. Well, had she always looked like the old version that they have in the game? Or was that just a general representation, kind of like how Spock doesn't look like Spock, McCoy doesn't look like McCoy, you know? I mean, something like that they eventually update what these people look like. Because, you know, are they ever going to do that with Spock? That'd be nice. Actually look at Spock in the game and say Leonard Nimoy instead of random creation in the character creator, you know, to represent the look of Spock. Spock.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Thank you, Mr.
Leodis_Abnoba says, but only 1 year or so in game time. I think she look as close as they could get it in the old game client.
Yeah, they've definitely uploaded. I mean, not uploaded, updated, like the physical creation of the model files since back then. I mean, there's a lot more. It looks a lot more real. Like more meshes, more polygons have been added to stuff or something, like higher resolutions of stuff. Rawr. Rawr. Really rare. Rah rah ree, hit him in the knee. I gotta sign something today that I'd never had to do at work, which was go through everything food related, scanning each individual item of that food, scanning it to make sure that it had an accurate count. So I had to count everything and scan it. I didn't get finished. Damn. Damn it. Got more important things to do than scan shit.
Good_OL_John says, howdy.
Howdy!
Where are you from down there, good old John?
Welcome to the Insane Asylum. I am your host, the Idiot. One of the one of the inmates. Change character. Yeah, let's go look up a picture of her.
Leodis_Abnoba says, they actually do that there? It never seems like they are stocked properly. Good_OL_John says, originally from Alabama, but live in Indiana now.
Indiana.
Leodis_Abnoba says, Here John.
Hi, John. Hi, John.
Arcanoloth says, who's here? I barely know her.
I see what you did there. Hoosers. That's a pretty good movie. I'm trying to find a good picture of her now.
Good _OL_ John says, just started playing this again. I played back
Sweet.
when it launched.
Sweet. Yeah, she totally looked a little different back then. But yeah, she's updated. I couldn't find anything really quick like, so I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, O'Neal. Wow. So when did you stop playing? When you back then? Like how long into it did you just stop? And now you're coming back to it, so yeah, there's some changes. Some changes you'll probably like, some you probably won't.
BATT3MPIRE says, welcome back.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I've got that sound file somewhere if we really needed to use it. This is a game where red shirts come to die. And you're watching me do my dilithium grind that is so boring. You might want to shoot yourself, I'm not sure. Damn it. That one right there is just the most pathetic thing. It's like, just gets shot with a dart or throwing star or whatever it was. And they're like, oh my god, let's not beam him aboard and help him or anything like that. Did it have poison in it? What the hell? It killed him right there? No.
Good _OL_ John says, it was quite a while ago. I did make it to max level back then, but it just had Starfleet and KSF.
Yeah. Yeah, back then, what was the, was it like 50 or something like that? Or maybe just 60 was the max level? Now it's 65. I can't remember, Captain. Y'all stay here and guard that. I'm going to go over here. Voice. The voice specialist, Captain. Wow.
Arcanoloth says, LVL 40 was the cap at launch, raised to 50 right after.
Okay. Kaboom.
Arcanoloth says, Delta Rising raised it to 60, Victory is Life was 65.
Because the Jem'Hadar were naturally like high level when they first were hatched, born, created. I am 2 days old. I am a warrior. Okay, what the hell ever. Yes, Jeffrey, we know, okay? You've said it before, Jeffrey.
Good _OL_ John says, KSF was only PvP back then as well, they had no PvE quests.
Oh, there's a bunch of PvE going on now, that's for sure. Actually, right now, there's the red alert that's on. Before that was a storyline that was interesting, the affected conduit and all that kind of stuff.
Leatus _Abnobos says, the good OLE days.
Just the good old days. Always meant to be fun. Bam! Right on the face.
Nice, 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 huge.
That Will Patton, I'm thinking, is the dude that smiles all the time.
Arcanoloth says, we had a year of Klingon, but they still have not really shaped their rep as the PvP faction in a game where PvP was abandoned since launch. Leatus _Abnobos says, had to level a Fed to even play a Clink.
Leave. You'll find also that the Foundry is no longer in the game. Few changes.
Arcanoloth says, with cross-faction flying, their ships air more content for Feds.
Well,
Murdoch says, sing Klingon on me please.
Cling on me. I got a wad of snot in my throat right now. Thank you. Thank you very much. And now the flim music of...
My.
It's a flimsicle moment. Oh my, indeed, Captain. Daddy, hello. Fire. Lock onto that explosion and fire.
Target that explosion
There
and
you
fire.
go. Target the explosion. Damn it. Damn it, mister. Lock onto that damn explosion and fire. Ooh. Sulu. Everybody got their Picard fix yet?
Leodis_Avnobah says, I can only type so fast and pilot my ship.
Oh, you're supposed to be able to do it with the other arm set you have. I watched,
Murdoch says, haven't seen it yet. No spoilers.
No spoilers? Roger that.
Arcanoloth says, Picard is going hard in the paint.
Well, tell him to get out of the paint, damn it.
Avnobah says, lame.
There you go. Type it where she can say it.
Isn't that right, Puddin'?
I watched Resident Alien last night. It was a pretty good episode. I actually enjoyed it. I haven't watched Discovery
Avnobah
yet.
says, yes, eat the puddin'.
Eat the pudding.
BATT3MPIRE says, we don't get it in AUS. They cut Discovery from Netflix.
Ugh.
Arcanoloth says, Picard goes back to his home planet, and the rest of the season is Raffi doing a talent show. Murdoch says, explain what Resident Alien is.
Resident Alien is a good movie. No, it's not. It's a good show. It's a great show. It stars Alan Tudyk in it. Not 3 Dick, 4 Dick, or 5 Dick, but 2 Dick. He played on Firefly. Bunch of stuff. Yes.
Oh my.
He is an alien from a different planet that has been
Arcanoloth
tasked.
says, they call me Two Dick Allen.
Pepe Le Penis. He comes from a planet. He comes down to Earth in his ship to destroy Earth because his planet, his people have found that Earth is like a cancer, or the people of Earth are a cancer, and they're killing everything. They're killing the planet, so they all need to die, kind of situation. But he crash lands and has to assume human form. So he goes to this cabin in this place called like Patience, Colorado, and the first person he sees, he kills the human and assumes his form, which is Alan Tudyk's character, or look to him, or whatever. He then starts watching a lot of TV to learn the language and stuff, and eats a lot of pizza and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, like, there's a crime in town that he's near, and he's his original self, like the person he's taken over.
BATT3MPIRE says, oh yeah, I remember that one. He plays a doctor.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. He, since the person that he killed was a doctor, and the town's doctor died mysteriously, they enlist the help of him, but he's not a real doctor, so he looks up YouTube videos of how to help people or whatever like that, and doctor and whatnot. All at the same time, he's planning on finding his ship and getting all the pieces together to get the bomb ready to destroy the planet. When he meets this Native American lady, who's the area that they're at is a bunch of Native Americans, and he starts to kind of like get feelings and stuff and friendship and whatnot. And in the show, there's this boy.
Leodis_Avnobah says, And the
Yes.
kid that can see him.
That's what I was just about to say. The kid that can actually see his true alien self instead of everyone not seeing the alien. But his alien version of himself, he's got like 2 tiny little baby arms that are in his torso and stuff that he transforms every once in a while to his self. And the government is kind of after him a little bit and not knowing who he actually is, and they kidnapped the wrong doctor or whatever. Turns into a big
Murdoch
hilarious
says,
thing.
where can I watch this? Is it on Amazon or Netflix?
It's a sci-fi channel. They had the first few episodes or whatever for free on YouTube for a while. Right now it's in season 2, which is good because you know how short seasons are these days of things. I miss when seasons used to be 22 plus episodes back in the day. But he acts awkward, you know, around people because he's not used to people.
Murdoch says,
stuff.
Can I subscribe to the Sci-Fi channel through Amazon?
I don't know.
I have no idea, boy.
BATT3MPIRE says, reminds me of Quaho from original Total Recall.
But it's funny because he's like an alien trying to learn how to survive on the Earth or whatever, and secretly try to kill everybody. But you know, because so he talks in his head a lot. There's this octopus that is like a cousin to his species, so he can talk to the octopus. Yeah, let's see if Sci-Fi still has it, the first episode for free. Not sure. They may have taken it down or may have it monetized now finally. But it's pretty cool little show. He's trying to like first season he's trying to kill the boy or whatever, and he keeps like messing up or not able to do it because people are around and stuff, and the boy's like threatening him and all this, blackmailing him or whatever. But it's Alan Tudyk. He's hilarious. He played Mr. Nobody in what is that? Doom Patrol. So he narrated in that. Ooh, look at that. I made it to level that. Yeah. Level 6. It's one of the very few things I look forward to on a Tuesday night these days, or Wednesday, or whatever it is Resident Alien. It's taken from what, like a, it's not a comic book, I think, or maybe it's a comic book or something. I don't really recall. The comic book drawings are so hilarious too. Like it shows the proper way that he should be doing something, then it shows the improper way. But like the first season is funny when he's trying to be a doctor and he doesn't know like what to do to prescribe this person this or help him do with whatever
Arcana
that.
Loth says, Peaky Blinders is a fav pleasure of mine.
Peaky Blinders. What is Peaky Blinders? Is that supposed to be some sort of safety word?
Leotis_Abnoba says, the cop duo is Dunny too. Arcano Loth says, and 2 Trek shows on Thursdays is the first times that's happened in a long time.
Ah, yes. Isn't Discovery about to close up its season though?
Murdoch says, I tried to watch that but couldn't make it through the first episode, just kept thinking of Batman. Arcana Loth says, Peaky Blinders was a street gang in Manchester, UK after the First World War. Also a series named after the real gang.
Did it star Shia LaBeouf, and did he hurt himself in real life to make sure he gets the part? Oh, dude, I forgot about beams again. I've been trying to get that up to level 15 for this character, but I keep forgetting to get it started every time. Every damn time I try to
Leatus underscore Abnoboss says, Shia surprise.
Shia surprise. There was that time that he
Arcano Loth says,
rented out a
Cillian
building.
Murphy is the lead.
Killian? He's going to kill someone, is he? Going to kill. Kill. Q. Fuck you. Mister? I need to, where the hell is, there he is. I need to start watching the new season of, Snowpiercer.
Arcano Loth
Just
says,
'cause.
Farrison on that red alert grind to get rep dailies going.
Lewis!
Mom!
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 Mommy!
Mama!
Mommy! Mama! 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 Ma! 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 Mom! 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 Mommy! Mommy! Mama! Mama! Mama!
What?
Hi.
They're always talking about Stewie not being understood. Uh-oh, we had to go back for Steve. Well, no, we can go ahead and we can go over here and do that.
Leatus underscore Abnoboss says, I love that ohm.
Me too. My ex-manager from the previous store I worked at, that was her ringtone for whenever her son would call her. Mom. I screen recorded from South Park website there. Cartman saying shit and throwing his hat down and walking off because I think it's hilarious. It's just something about not seeing South Park for so long and then watching those COVID specials and whatever they were that made me think, dude, I need to go back and like watch a bunch of that, because I'd stopped watching it because we lost Comedy Central, because we had satellite dish, which was, you know, the little 6 to 8 diameter foot whatever dish you have in your yard that you would have the, you know, the remote to press it and it would shift over to different
Leatus
satellites.
underscore Abnoboss says, do the one of him saying screw you guys I'm going home. Or whatever, I do what I want.
Yeah.
I do whatever I want. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Damn it. It's just, I just started laughing like a moron watching the last scene of that Return to COVID or whatever it was, the post-COVID, the return of COVID. And everybody, like, at the end of that, I don't know if anyone has seen it, so I'm going to spoil this little part, but at the end of it, it's, everyone has, like, this fantastic future as adults or something like that, except for Cartman. And Cartman's, like, out front of the place that everyone's at. And, of course, he's homeless, which is nothing to be funny about, but it's Cartman, so he's there for the laugh, you know, and he's drunk or whatever, living in his cardboard box, and he's he keeps saying, "Fuck you, Kyle," but in his grown-up voice, you know, and he says, "Fuck you, Stan. Fuck you, Butters," and flipping him off, and it just made me laugh so damn much. 'Cause everything, one of the I don't know, like, again, I don't know if anyone has seen those, but I'm going to spoil one more little thing. Like whenever they're going through the COVID thing, Cartman's doing the whole like, where the Zoom call classes that were going on, and he always pretended like his connection was bad.
_Abnoba says, he went from a perfect future to a shit one.
Yes. He would pretend like his connection was bad, and he would have like a little picture of himself, like he put on a stick and a pole or whatever, or something like that, and set in front of the screen monitor, and just walk off and do whatever he wanted to for the rest of the day. And it was perfect for him. He didn't have to do shit. And everybody else wanted to like fix stuff and things, and he's like, I don't want my perfect like little world or whatever to go away. And it's just hilarious. And I looking at that versus, okay, let me think. Let me try to do the math. We got rid of the rotating satellite dish that we used to have that had Comedy Central on it right after Farscape Peacekeeper Wars, like a year or so after that. So that had to have been like 2005 or 6. That is the last time I had ever watched South Park back then. So there is a lot of it that I have not seen. So when I watched the COVID episodes and TV movies, quote unquote, there was a whole lot of like different people, different circumstances everyone was in, and I didn't understand what was going on except for the plot of the actual episode. So I'd like to go back and try to catch up with it or whatever eventually. And luckily, I mean, on the website, episodes are free. So you can binge South Park all you damn want on there. But I was thinking of having... The reason why I screen recorded Cartman like throwing his hat down and saying shit or whatever like that is and walking off screen. I want to put that on here just as a thing. Like if you type ! Cartman shit or something, he would just like pop up at the side or whatever and throw his hat down and just run off the screen because of the face he makes. And it's from the second episode of that the COVID thing where he and Kyle get split ownership of Kenny, and Cartman's talking about like his new friends, and it pans over to across the street where you've got like all the other South Park kids, Jimmy, the Stutterer, and Token and all that are over there, and they're telling him, hey, there's this new thing, you want to come to it or something like that. He goes, yeah, man, I can come. Wait a minute, I've got Kenny that weekend. Throws his hat down. Shit. He just walks off. It's just so fucking hilarious. I love it. That's why I kind of miss Go Animate. I used to like binge watch a lot of people's Go Animates back in the day. I've ran across a site that had an archive of Go Animate to where apparently you can start up your own little private server for the website and have like Adobe on this private server to where you can still use the site and make cartoons and stuff. But they just wouldn't be on the internet. You'd have to like record it.
_Abnoba says, I think Paramount Plus has South Park on it.
South Park.
Well, southpark.cc.com seems to have all the episodes for free to watch. Like up to season 25 or whatever. Which I wasn't even aware they were gone that far. Then again, a lot of seasons of shows or series of shows out there kind of cheat, in my opinion, whenever it comes to a series/season. Because typically, when you think season or whatever, you think a year of this, the next year of that, those episodes. But a lot of production companies kind of cheat at that.
_Abnoba says, it's been on since I was in high school in the 90s.
Yeah. Like, say, for instance, Survivor, it would have like 3 seasons a year.
Arcano Loath says, saw a fleet name over someone's ship with their YouTube channel. That hustle.
I still think Children of Kirk was a funny fleet I saw. But I already had the idea of Children of Kirk
Arcanoloth
before I
says,
saw that.
why I would wanna go to YT to watch someone PLAth game I am already playing, I have no idea.
Yeah, it's the same as like if you ever go to Twitter and watch someone playing a game that you're playing too.
Leatus_Abnoboss says, or Twitch.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. I get the two like confused when I'm talking about them. I know which one I'm talking about. I just say the wrong name. I need to see an episode that a coworker was telling me about on South Park about them killing Kenny and then saying that they were the bastards. We're the bastards.
Arcanoloth says, Twitch ain't perfect, but I sure as heck ain't watching that dude smash out red alerts, I tell ya what.
I'll tell you what. Oh, there's somebody on YouTube right now just red alerting over and over and over? Well, they're probably like somebody important. Somebody that educates you in the game versus me that doesn't. I mean, I'm the player that you look at the screen and you're like, God, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? What the hell is that?
I mean, I ain't checking.
You ain't checking. Bye.
Bye, why ain't you checking? Bye. Bye. You ain't checking. Bye.
Is it that MC Stu guy? I mean, he streams a lot.
Arcanoloth says, some people tell me they enjoy an hour-long VID of someone talking to get info, but I prefer to just get the list.
Getting that list, checking it twice, gonna find out who gets shot or not.
Leatus_Abnoboss says, I come for the entertainment. Arcane is here when I have a question.
That's right. Human Wiki right there. If he doesn't know it, he can find it quickly. He's the researcher. I'm just the comic relief here. And I'm not funny at all. I'm not funny at all. I'm the relief you get after you've gone to the bathroom.
Arcanoloth says, it was called 1800 Retarded Soul or something.
1800 retarded soul. What the hell? What in the hell?
Leatus_Abnoboss says, funny looking, ha ha ha.
What do you mean I'm funny? I'm a clown, I amuse you? I make you laugh? No, you know, you're funny, man. You're funny. Like the way I talk? I need to have a clip of that. That's a pretty good scene. I haven't watched Goodfellas in a damn long time. Damn long time, mister. Damn long time. Yeah, I need to red alert like a bunch of this stuff right now. But I'm not. That's not what this is about. This is about getting to lithium. Dilithium. And I have to remember to download this instead of straight exporting it to YouTube. So I have to combine the first with this one because for some damn reason Streamlabs was causing it to
Leatus_Abnoboss says,
shitlist itself.
I missed the last event. The 35 mark sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Arcanoloth says, yeah, my Farrison is riding red alert until the brakes fall off.
Until whenever you like start going toward an enemy, you can't stop. You just keep going out of the map, and it says, we don't have permission to go out in deep space.
Arcanoloth says, bright side is red alerts are fast.
That's right. Yeah, they are very fast. They don't give you the the rare /
Arcanoloth
purple.
says, he's almost to T6, so a few more days.
Few more days. Few more days. Now, are you doing the 340 and the 140?
Arcanoloth says, feds are done. Working on ROM Delta. Gamma is done.
Gamma, 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 chameleon. Do you do the where's it at? Where are you? Fuck it. The fuck it. fuck it.
Arcanoloth says, nah, just daily.
Like, are you getting marks? Like, whenever you do this, the reputation, do you just do the 340, or do you also do the 140 to make it a little more? I don't know, what does it give away, like? Yeah, just 400. So 400 times, was it 3 of those you can only do up to 24? Yeah. So yeah, okay, so 12. I mean, it's 1,200 more, but it's a pain in the ass to have to keep up with it. A pain in my ass. It's an ass in my pain, mister. The Enterprise has just discovered a strange new planet in the cabin from Open Star System. Mr. Sulu, Headward 5. Yusanka. Hello, Yusanka. Hello. Yusanka. You know, it's weird how a lot of the sayings of words and phrases in other places
says,
are.
God, the Ent B Excelsior refit is so pretty.
Enterprise B Excelsior. Excelsior, Captain.
You know, through Trek and stuff like that, when like the Enterprise is destroyed and they have to christen a new ship, you gotta wonder about that captain going, damn it, now I don't have a ship again, you know. It's the untold things you never see on Star Trek. It's like, oh, the Enterprise has been destroyed, now what? Well, we'll just go get the Kalios or whatever like that and rename it. What about the Kalios captain? Ah, we can find something for him to do. Meanwhile, damn it, I don't want to file this report. That's all I can do now. Yay, we did that. And we forgot our people because they're trapped inside. Okay, let's go get them. Oh, God, this is so annoying. This is annoying. This is annoying. Okay. Come on, you idiots. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. All right.
Leodis_Abnoba says, there's an Oberth somewhere he can pilot.
Is that a rabbit over there? Oberth? I've known a wind so cold and seen the darkest day. It's been a long road getting from there to here. It's been a long road. Been a long time. My time is finally near. What is a good ground weapon for Ushanka? Oh, when I was talking about the linguistics of the U in a bunch of languages, like, you know, in German, you like U is oo. Because there for a damn long time, whenever I had this buddy that I shared that site with, or that gave me permission to put my stuff on his site there, is Uberchorn. At first I called him Uberchorn because it was a U, but I didn't know at the time it's Uber, and it was German for super. But I guess in Russian, though, a Ushanka is pronounced with the U sound. And it's just a Russian hat. Ushanka. Man, it really sucks about that over there. I keep telling myself that I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go to bed.
Leodis_Abnoba says, if it isn't American, it isn't right. Arcanoloth says, ground weapon for Eng. They don't get the buffs that Tak gets, so their weapon is more for flavor. What's thematic for a KDF? TOS Klingon pistol?
Well, that's true. She is TOS, mostly. That's how I have her kind of set to be. I could have sworn his head just changed shape
Arcanaloth
for some
says,
reason.
I hauled 2 box truckloads of pallets today, so I'm asleep well.
Ooh. 2 box truckloads of pallets. Wow. Wooden pallets? Plastic? We got some crackheads living up the road that are trying to build a house out of pallets.
Arcanaloth says, would yet.
At least that's what I'm told. I don't know. It's a really weird little... It's like someone tore down a dead house, and there's a little tiny, little bitty shed, and someone made a
Arcanaloth
little
says,
bitty head.
Place in town buys the intact ones. They bought a few. Most were junk.
Nice, though. Pallets come in handy. But this little tiny entry doorway to this little tiny shed. It's like...
Arcanaloth says, so the truck is parked full of the broken wood. Going to try and give some away to a few friends tomorrow.
Nice. Be good, like little firewood or pieces for stuff. Wood always has a good use. But it's like someone stripped like bark off of baby trees or something, and you know, not too big around or anything, and made like a little tiny like 3-walled structure and put a door there and attached a green light bulb to
Arcanaloth
it.
says, my buddy that drives the box truck is known locally as the Trash Man. You got junk, he hauls it.
You got junk, ice hauls it. Guarantee. Call right now. Yeah. If you got junk in your trunk, and you was one to get rid of it. Fuck you, Baltimore. If you're looking to buy a new car this weekend.
Arcanaloth says, he owns some undeveloped land, and it trying to work out of a storage unit. I was telling him, man, we need to clear that land back and you can stop paying this storage unit. Leodis_Abnobas says, the Trash Man cometh.
The Trash Man cometh.
Arcanaloth says, haha f you Baltimore. Love Thast tape.
That is, it's a hilarious thing. I don't know if I can actually play. I played it one time on here, and I think I got a copyright thing from YouTube that time. If you're looking to buy a new car this weekend, you can go to Big Hills, Hell's Kitchen, or whatever it is. Bad deals, cars that break down, thieves.
Leodis_Abnobas says, it's free real estate.
Home of challenge pissing. That's right, challenge pissing. If you can pee straight up and not get wet, you get no down payment. Big Bill Hell's Cars, I think is what that's called. Bad deals.
Oh my.
It's just timed perfectly for some of those. No, that's a if you've never seen it, it's hilarious.
Arcanaloth says, yeah, that's what Vlad said to Ukraine. SHH, it's free real estate.
He said, Sean Connery, it's free real estate. No, it's a I think it's a fake commercial.
Says, LOL.
It's a fake commercial someone made because of a dealership that was kind of shady or something like that in Baltimore back in like late 80s or early 90s or something like that. So it's VHS quality, and it's hilarious, the stuff that's on there. Bring your car, bring your wife. Well, fuck your wife. It's hilarious. I would play it, but I probably would get like a copyright thing or demonetized, even though I don't monetize my shit anyway. Oh my god, I forgot all about them over there too. Shit. I just imagine the crew going, how do I get out of this door? It keeps opening, but I don't know how to leave.
Arcanaloth says, Sotir I heard is the tape was made for private use by some admin, entertainment only. Arcanaloth says, it got leaked and ended up online. Leodis_Abnobas says, you're slipping, Scorpy.
Always. My mind's always slipping. I don't know what reality I'm in half the time. The distance to the vision of a cross. Dear Lord. Creed. Changes his voice to make himself sound like somebody else and make music. I hate those fakers, don't you? Why can't they just sound like themselves? Why can't they just sound like people? Hey, look, it's these guys. Watchy, watchy.
Leodis_Abnoba says, cause they can't sell themselves.
It's the whole reason the cover shield was created.
Arcanoloth says, fills mouth with oatmeal, with legs wide open, my pants ripped wide, welcome to this place, I'll show you everything.
Everything.
Leodis_Abnoba says, I love griefing PPL with cover shield.
It's the best thing. I like seeing people on the Academy of Kronos trying to go to the tailor, and when you do that, it like cuts them off from the tailor and it gets them out of the menu, and then look around like, who the fuck did that? I don't do that anymore though. That's mean. That's not supposed to be a thing you do to people. But it sure was hell of a fun though. Let's see. Those two places there are getting uncaptured. Uh-oh. Somebody recaptured it.
Leodis_Abnoba says, I did that the other day. Pretended I was just using the tailor.
Let's see. This guy has 700-day veteran. Aim, 30% damage, range damage. Crouch, 50% damage, negative 100% resistance melee damage. Fleet Research Lab, combat performance boost tier 3. Headshot 2, threatening posture 3. Whatever that the hell is. Rising kit frame. Gambling device, you win. Introspection. What is... Delice et Echronum est. That's Latin, isn't it? Hey, Mr. Latin, tell me what the hell that means. Latus. Let us begin. Let us begin.
Leodis_Abnoba says, I can't see it.
Dulce.
Leodis_Abnoba says, phone screen.
Gotcha. Dulce ETDECORUMEST. It's like Dulce et decorum est or something like that. I'm gonna keep annoying you because I know you're gonna cheat. 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 I'm gonna cheat. Climax. Okay. Whoa, 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 Captain, Bobaptin, Banana Fenna Fofaptin. Yeah, set it off and run, you bastard. That's what I thought. Yeah, he was a bastard. He can be annoyed because he's a cheater. He's a
Murdoch
cheater.
says, you're working on your evil laugh, I see.
No, it's just the one
Murdoch
that lives
says,
there.
It's coming along nice.
It's coming along nicely, yeah. All you have to do is just listen to Mark Hamill laugh all the damn time and it gets in your head. It makes you actually laugh. He had too much fun with that. Oh, you're already running away from it. Nicely
Leia
done, you
_Ragnoboss
bastards.
says, it's sweet and fitting.
Sweet and fitting and fits well between others. Julian, hologram. Bashir. There's something about, like, the people that wear that spacesuit in this game, 8 times out of 10, maybe even 9, they're going to be using some sort of thing to kill the Rex, like, immediately.
Arcanoloth says, Delta ROM riding red alerts all day every day. Murdoch says, like a sweet pangus in the Angus.
Like a big ass retard.
Lock fortress has engaged transporters. Troops inbound.
Troops inbound, Captain. I got some troops inbound, Captain. Yep.
Oh my.
Oh my. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh my God, Captain. Come on. Come on. Get off of there. We're in here.
Leatus _Abnoboss says, no zones?
Who? Ah! No sounds. Sounds? No sounds? What no sounds? What you mean no sound, derb?
Leatus _Abnoboss says, BRB. Murdoch says, the worst part about having more than 15 tunes is finding a single thing that could be on any of them.
Like critters? Find a critter, find a cratter. A critter, cratter, a cratter, critter. Those are the same things I always say myself.
Murdoch says, I'm looking for a ship upgrade token, not sure where it is. Arcanoloth says, and this is why I keep EC and currency items in bank. Leatus _Abnoboss says, there we go.
Yes, mother. Yes, Pinky. Yeah, like special stuff like that I keep in account bank. You know, so I can always find it. Something that my whole account people can use. All the time, mister. I started with a few of my characters that didn't have it.
If it were in the account bank, then I wouldn't be looking for it.
You don't know if you wouldn't be looking for it or not. I mean, sometimes I'm looking right at something and I'm still looking for it. I find it and I'm still looking for it. Then I ask myself, hey, did you find it?
Okay, bend over.
Bend over. Dennis the Menace. He's ejecting. Oh. Bend over. Oh my. Sulu. Ricardo.
Arcanoloth says, bend over, that rascal.
Rascal. Like, when looking up that audio clip that has been out there forever, it comes from, like, Dennis the Menace, the TV series way back in, like, the 50s or something. The hell's going on, mister? Y'all stop shooting at me. I'm trying to do something over here. Ugh. Yeah, I see what you're doing. Little bastards. Yeah, you got it. You did it. You did it. You did it. Damn it.
Stream Elements says, for a list of chat commands type, commands without quotes. This will trigger 3 bots to talk over each other, spamming the channel with information. Murdoch says, I give up. I'm tired. Hey, I think it would be fun sometime if we all grouped up and did missions or TFOs or whatever. Okay, I am a watch Picard now. Night all.
Night, dude.
BATT3MPIRE says, I remember when Denise the Menace was in black and white.
Yes, it's that it's from that show, the bend over thing. All right, Murdoch, you have a good
Leatus
night.
_Abnoba says, yeah, we should team up sometime.
Yes, y'all should team up sometime. Sounds like a good idea.
Leatus _Abnoba says, nighty night Murdochs.
Oh my God, I forgot they're still over there.
Arcanoloth says, I wanna watch Denise the Menace.
Denise the Menace. He always aminos to the Wilson guy.
Arcanoloth says, I heard next episode, Denise spikes the punch.
Denise the Mean Ass. On an all new episode of Denise the Mean Ass. Okay, bend over. Okay, go to the command center and go back. No, don't click on that yet.
Leatus _Abnoba says, COMMander Denise Menace from Cal's Anus 4.
Commander from Kazanus 4. Ground battle zone again, motherfuckers. Oh God. Father Mucka? Who are you supposed to be, mister? Drex. Okay, we need to go back over here and dump some of these damn credits.
Leatus _Abnoba says, manning the aft port, locking for a smooth transition.
Looking for a smooth transition.
Arcanoloth says, meanwhile, in Vardenfell, https://www.youtube.com/watch, v = 2b710j7ek. Arcanoloth says, shit makes me laugh every time.
You know, if there was a way, which I'm sure there is, have a plug-in to where certain people who are trusted could link like videos, something like that, and play it actually on the thing.
/////slashing.
Slashing my tires and slash my ass. Anal fissure is really hard.
Oh my.
Oh my God. But you know, like be able to show the video on the screen for people and that, but not get copyright infringement from fucking YouTube. Those bastards. Oh my God, they killed Kenny, you bastards. You lucky bastard. 96018. The nasty misdemeanors. The nasty misdemeanors. Oh, Mr. Wilson, you got any more of that beer? Will Dennis be able to get drunk by 4 o'clock in the evening? Tune in next week. Our dynamic duo. You know, back in the old Batman days, Adam West, you know, and all that, you ever think that if Batman and Robin went down the wrong pole?
Leatus _Abnoba says, Denise the Menace has a new neighbor, Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby, there you go. I'm gonna go change my sweater. This, you see, this here right here pudding pop got all over this sweater. Dennis, would you please come inside and assist me in changing my sweater? I'll give you a free pudding pop. Sure, Mr. Cosby. I'll be right in. Oh, wow. Are those Tic Tacs? Yes, yes, they are.
Leatus_Abnobos says, LOL. You were talking polls and Batman.
Oh my.
I know, it just happens.
Arcanoloth says, Denise the Meanest vs Cosby fully armed with roofies, who will win?
Who will win? Shit.
BATT3MPIRE says, remember Fat Albert and the gang?
Yes, yes, yes. Hey, hey, hey! It's Fat Albert.
Leatus_Abnobos says, I'm not sure but I want to watch.
That Dennis, he's such a menace. The boobity. I had thought for a while to have a little clip of Bill Cosby dancing on the screen, but I thought, would that be bad? That goofy look on his face. How many people would it turn away? Yeah.
Leatus_Abnobos says,
Do it,
Do it.
Griffin. Do it, Griffin. Oh man, I can't. Do it. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right.
Arcanoloth says, Cosby making the silly face shaking his head.
Exactly. That's my whole thing. You know, there's that episode of Family Guy where Peter says something like, you know, they're gonna have a very serious talk or something. He needs to go get his Cosby sweater. He disappears for like a minute. Comes back and says, I couldn't find the sweater. This seems like a really serious family talk. I need to get my sweater. Cosby sweater. Peter Griffin. Peter Griffin over here. If I knew what I was talking about half the time, I'd know what I was talking about. Ugh.
How am I doing today, Gary Busey? You're doing great. Good. Then I'll keep it up.
Poor Gary Busey. He's been abused all his life for that stuff, you know. He had one accident and made him go nuts. More so than he used to be. He creates Buseyisms, and you know, and then everyone thinks he's crazy. Through the eyes of a madman. Here is his story. Gary Busey was born inside of an attic. 2 wolves and 1 goat. While Mother Chicken, the hen of the day, gathered around all the animals, Busey was born. It was a glorious day. Remember there was a show, I don't know if it was like on VH1 or MTV, it was called I'm with Busey, where this fan or something like that would just be around him all day and they would do stuff. And Busey would just kind of like run off and do whatever and then come back with like this Subway sandwich or something and just talk out of his head about bullshit. And and he would like learn from him as like a school of Busey. How am I doing today, Gary Busey? You're doing great. Good. And I'll keep it up. It's just funny that whoever done the... I don't know who done the audio for that, for like on Family Guy, but it sounds just like Gary Busey. Just like him. How am I doing today, Gary Busey? You're doing great. Good. And I'll keep it up.
Yay. I've known a wind so cold and seen the darkest day.
Laetus_Abnoboss says, EPUB sure it wasn't him?
It may have been, I don't know. There's an episode of Family Guy. So I'll leave out the part on that video little clip that I constructed for that, you know, just out of just recording it or getting it, whatever, you know. It's Stewie and Brian or whatever's Christmas time or something, and he's saying something like the way reality did something with Gary Busey or something like that, and that's when it plays that. The way reality turned its back to Gary Busey. That's what Stewie says. And that's when it plays that clip. How am I doing today, Gary Busey? The way reality turned its back on Gary Busey. Some funny shit they had on there.
Laetus_Abnoboss says, I need to rewatch Family Guy.
Yes, I've actually not watched a lot of Family Guy, like for several years. It's not from not wanting to, it's just I'm never home whenever it's airing. You know, like the night that it would come on. I don't even know what night it comes on anymore, but I just kind of gave up on trying to find the newest episodes. They what is it, the channel around here that has the CW, I think early morning, you know, like, wow, what in the world is that? Blob? What is that? Early in the morning, after midnight or so, they'll have an episode of Family Guy or two or something like that, and an American Dad or whatever. But it's usually older older episodes, or sometimes it could be one that I haven't seen, but I can't say that it's old or not because I don't know when it came out. I have to look it up sometimes, and I really don't want to look it up, you know. The pint is secure. The pint. Not the point, the pint. 2 on, 1 out. Alright, fellas, let's run over here. Dun, 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 dun. Bananas and pajamas are coming down the stairs, coming down. Bananas and pajamas are coming down the stairs. It's the stairs, maybe coming to the pajamas. It's a good thing I don't have a stopwatch. It's about damn time you boys came in from out there. Bye, buddy. Vodwire. Have we all watched Picard yet? Those of us that are still here. Since Murdoch hasn't seen it, and he's watching it probably right now.
Laetus_Abnoboss says, did you see the Batman? Anyways, I have.
Yes, you have. Is this a trick question? When did you go watch it? How, when? I mean, where, how? Theater? Like, a big one of them 4,000 big screens, or?
Laetus_Abnoboss says, the Batman I haven't seen yet. Picard I jave.
You jave seen it. Okay, that's good.
Arcanoloth says, when Batman hits Stramin I'll be all over it like rats on a barge.
Yeah, that's like, what, gonna be in April or something when it actually gets out there. It'll be streaming. But yes, you've seen Picard. Arcano, have you seen Picard? Because you know he looks like this weird guy. You know, he's over there underneath the cars all the time.
Leatus underscore Abnoboss says, I've seen Picard. I am going to see the Batman tomorrow. I thought I would see if anyone had seen it.
Honey, have you seen it? Oh. I'll tell you this right now. I have not seen the Batman in theaters. Let's see.
Arcanoloth says, Pick S02E02 keeps up the tension.
Yes. What do you think's going on with old Kyo? Not to spoil anything, but he doesn't seem like himself. I'll say that. He doesn't seem like the Q that we all know.
Leatus underscore Abnoboss says, is it worth seeing or should I wait?
Wait for what? I mean, if you want to see it, see it. You know, base your own opinion on it. That's why I don't look at like other people's reviews of certain things.
Leatus underscore Abnoboss says, Q seems off. Hitting Picard.
That's right. He nailed him in the side of the face. Is it only because he changed himself into an old Q? Or is it something that's always going to happen? It's like in him doing that he's like, you know, changed somehow. Changed! I watched
Arcanoloth says, Q said, what did the five fingers say to the face?
Hello, I'm home. I watched that Ready Room with Will Wheaton, you know, and they have like a little interview or something with John Delancey on there. That was interesting. Who's that? Is it Gary? Gary, is that you, Gary? Gary the Klingon. Gary? Gary. We'll go to Suke. But yes, I am eager to watch the Batman.
Leatus underscore Abnoboss says, Q pulled a Cisco on Picard.
Cisco. He pulled a Cisco card. He said, bye. Bye, don't make me do it. Bye. The Voth goes, meh. What do you think about the Borg Queen? Is she going to be trying to screw things up? Well, she seemed like she was in shock herself. But, Butters. Technically, couldn't she like? Because we know they're going back in time. It's been in the promos.
Says, I am on the fence with her.
Yes. I mean, we know that they're going to go to the past if we've seen any of the trailers for the whole, like, you know, teasers for the show. So what's to stop her from going back and just starting a collective back then in the past? Is she unable to? Is she going to live up to her thing and wants time to be, like, back the way it was? You know?
Yeah, look, you know, with the pudding.
Nice nod to Kirk and them, though.
Leatus underscore Abnoboss says, maybe Shidoya and that's how RHE season starts. Arcanoloth says, she obviously wants to leave the timeline where she gets exterminated yet. She will try to assimilate the lost Irina when it seems advantageous.
Yeah, I kind of wondered, like, would she be wanting to return things to where she left them in a way, other than being blown up, you know, by Picard and all them, but Or will she actually try to change something in the past herself, like an ulterior motive or whatever? We've all probably seen the teaser of whenever Q is next to a version of Dr. Sung's or whatever, you know, kids.
Arcanoloth says, Borg have tried to assimilate the past before, so the concept is on their radar. Leodis_Abnoba says, I think Picard TPLD her to say the look up so he won't blow her up. Arcanoloth says, and we learned the Queen has partial awareness of her temporal self.
Yeah, she knows something's different about stuff that's going on. Ew. Ew, Captain. But if you watch the Ready Room with Will Wheaton, they have a clip, like a little promo clip or whatever of a scene from next episode. I highly recommend watching that if you want to know it.
Arcanoloth says,
If you want spoilers.
have assimilated races with temporal manipulation tech, and they presumably tried to shield the Queen.
Yes, it's like...
Leodis_Abnoba says, the Queen on the bridge episode 1 is the Queen from episode 2 and it's all tied together somehow.
Yep. It's a version of a queen. There's like a bunch of them out there, and like they fight against each other too for dominancy or something. The Borg queens playing with the Queen of Farts. She don't know what to do to keep you away from me.
Arcanoloth says, I think they are different but they are aware of each other cause they looked into time manipulation.
Well, yeah, and 7 even mentioned something about they're all like aware of their other selves and other timelines and whatnot or something.
Arcanoloth
So,
says,
yeah.
so OFC the Borg would want to assimilate time along with everything else.
You think maybe like whenever she was on there and said that she wanted power or something, was she referring to the fact that they were running low on power and actually needed it to survive, but that was her only way? Or was she actually like assimilating the ship for evil purposes to take over? I mean, she was technically assimilating the other ships through that technology, so we don't know if she was actually there for help versus trying to lure them in, even though she's a Borg and we know that they're going to try to manipulate somehow. But to play like a different version of that, you know. Pickard. Jean-Luc Pickard.
Arcanoloth says, yet if she just needed power, why take over?
Exactly.
Is it just that she just can't help herself? No reason to trust her. Leodis_Abnoba says, I think she was dying. And is the Queen from the past seeking help?
I mean, they've already tried to, you know, go back and change things a few times. Or things have been tried to be changed at least once. It's interesting that, like, they're going to use the old-fashioned Trek way of going back in time. But hey, if it works, it works, you know. I always thought that was just a little gimmick or whatever to just say, okay, we went back, we're never going to use this again. But no, they're going to use it again. To fill in for Spock this time, we're going to use the Borg Queen, everybody. Borg Queen, clap their hands.
Arcanoloth says, I mean Back to the Future was great, so let's do that again.
Let's do that again, yeah. Picard's final trial. The trials never ended. Trial never ended, boy. You think something's wrong with Q, though? Like, Picard thinks that he's not himself, like, not that Q, and, like, kind of, you know, not a full set there in the deck.
Arcanoloth says, I love how Girardi implied none of them are as smart as Spock, not even Picard's synth brain or Seven.
Yeah, Spock was a different thing altogether. Oh my god, we're trapped. Why are we stuck? Oh my god. Oh my god, mister. Okay, we're going to have to perform stuck as a command. Unstuck will attempt in 10 seconds. Stuck cannot be used if you are stuck using the respawn button. Fine then, we'll just be stuck or some shit.
Arcanoloth says, Spock was the model minority. He had to try twice as hard as the other kids in school to prove he was just as good.
Yes. It made him more than just his average Vulcan or average human. Because he's,
Arcanoloth says,
yeah.
What if I'm stuck in line at the bathroom at Club 47? Can I use it then?
I love the fact they have it like a line there for that. It's interesting. How many episodes? Is it just a few episodes of Picard like it was last season?
Oh my.
So next episode, they're definitely going to go back in time. And we know when they're going to go back in time because they mentioned it. Why did I not start that up yesterday? That one too. I just kind of stopped. Oh yeah, I had to go to bed. That's right. The bad thing is, as soon as I was in bed, I was like, I wonder what's going on Star Trek. So then I remembered, okay, Picard. I had to watch it. And I thought, oh wait, I didn't finish watching South Park.
Abnobas says, 10 I think. And I read they were working on season 3 alongside.
Ah, that way they can kind of get it over with before Patrick Stewart passes away or something. Too soon. Guess that's it for Guinan then. We won't be seeing Whoopi, probably. Maybe one more little thing of Whoopi Goldberg. I don't know. She decided she's going to age
says,
too.
Play catch up because of COVID delay. Arcanoloth says, yeah, they had plenty of time in lockdown to nail down pre-prod.
I love how Elorians can just decide to age if they feel like it. Weren't we going to figure out, like, the secret of why Q and Guinan are at each other's throats about things or something? And or why they have this hatred toward one another, or not? Or
Arcanoloth says, that was such a Guinan answer yet.
I just chose to age. Okay, well, there you go. I'm sure Dr. Soren would have disagreed.
Says, makes sense a long-lived race of listeners would be familiar with the Q.
Yes.
Arcanoloth says, that's one mystery box I'm fine with not opening.
What if it's like turned out that Q kind of evolved from them in a way, like they took two separate paths in a way, you know?
Abnobas says, I like the theory that she knows when time changes because of the Nexus time.
Yeah, she knows when things are different.
Arcanoloth says, okay, Delta Rom Repede, checking Gamma.
Gamma. The Gamma Man can. The Gamma Man. The Gamma Man can. That's just it. Like, how old are her? Is she in her race? Is she like young, or you know, she split time in the Nexus, which has nothing to do with anything anymore because only part of her's there.
Arcanoloth says, Generations kinda confirmed that she has extra spatial awareness because part of her is still in the Nexus. Time flow differently there.
Yeah. Well, that would mean that a lot of the people there that were on that crew had to have had that happen to them as well. If they got ripped back from it. Who needs stuff? Check. Oh, nope. Let me check this. 232 plus however long the other one was. Let me look. Let me look. Looking up something on the internet. The internets.
Leodis_Abnoba says, L. Lorians I think are like 700 years. She was in her 100s in Mark Twain time.
Oh yeah, there was that. 1934. Broadcasting. We need... Go back to Archer. So she's... Yeah, that's right, because that was that episode when with Data's head. They just reattach and be like, "Hey, you welcome back, Data. Welcome back, Data. Data, that dang potato." Okay, I have that. Do I want to turn that into a 500? Or do I want to use that for stuff? Let's see how much. 500 in 152.
Leodis_Abnoba says, yup. So 500 to 600 by Picard. Close to death herself.
Oh. Yeah, but she chose to age herself faster. Maybe she can choose to young herself. Boink. I have yet to watch an episode of Discovery.
Leodis_Abnoba says, nah CGI too expensive.
Nah, they used it all up on Q.
Arcanoloth says, Disco is getting interesting.
Disco
Leodis_Abnoba says, Discovery was okay.
I have yet to see Discovery. Discovery. Pickle Stickers. Damn, I forgot all about that. Well, shit.
Oh my.
Oh my. Oh my god.
Alright, and I need some marks.
Leodis_Abnoba says, I want Dick Ovary.
Dick ovaries? Find the letter. What does this parrot mean by find the letter? So how many more episodes of Discovery are there after the one that I haven't watched yet? Pickard. Pickard. Jean-Luc Pickard. My force shield's failing.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, 3 maybe.
3. Interesting. Damn it. We took a hit from that really hard and it hurt us.
Arcanoloth says, currently 12 EPS of Disco S4. Leodis_Abnoboss says, it was 6 or 7 the last one.
Bernie dirt. Birdie dirt. Burpy derp. I've known the wind so cold 'cause it farted through the ceiling. But now the winds I feel are only winds of fear.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, I might be off because of break.
I don't know what episode's going on.
Arcanoloth says, this is why I have sonar, tracks this stuff for me.
Oh, an actual thing. Dude, when you said sonar before, I thought you were just being, like, joking about saying sonar. I guess it would be something like that, though, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Dude. Okay, we can get off red alert. Nice. Nice.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, I would have to load Para Plus.
Para players. Beep, 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 beep. I can look it up in just a moment. You will become bored with the Borg. You may be right, though, like, either the 6th or 7th episode so far. Probably 7th. Leave Mip. Gamma! Yay. Gamma chameleon. They come and grow. Star Trek Discovery. STD, Captain. Episodes. Okay, we'll put that there. Let's see. March 3rd was, it says 4/11/2022.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, I do like how they are handling the 10C encounter.
And then episode 12 is March 10th. So that was this past episode. So was episode 12?
Says, killing Kazan for Tatrian DMG, then that's it for dailies.
So according to this, it says episode 13 is March 17th, and it's the new episode, and it's the last episode that's listed. Rosetta. Episode 12 is called Episode 12.
Says, oh.
Episode 12 is titled Episode 12. Strange new words. To seek out new life and new to boldly flush.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, the break threw me off.
Threw you off the cliff, over the rocks, and down to the ocean. That's how bad it get. Rewards. Reward. Reward. So at 35 each there. That's going to take a while. Okay. That's going to take a while. Let's do one more again. Let's do that again.
Let's do that again, mister. Let's do this one more time.
One more. JUANMOORE. One more. I came back by myself. Yay! Something about these little mini missions and stuff like that completely kill your crew. Throw them out of an airlock and get the hell off my ship. Puddington. Ask me again, I'll tell you the same. I love how those little torpedoes do barely any damage.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, okay my puddin' pops. Off to bed. Going to early show of the Bat.
Nice.
Avoiding those damn kids.
Well, have fun with that. I'm about to actually get off of here myself so I can watch Discovery. And then go straight to bed from that. Booma! I like it. Booma.
Arcanoloth says, dang kids.
Dang kids, get off my lawn. Get off my lawn, you damn kids.
Except you, Paperboy. And you, little Bobby.
You know, like Airplane the movie, how the captain is like a pervert and whatever. Would you like to sit on my lap?
Leodis_Abnoba says, I will ask about 10C encounter. See what you thought.
Yeah, I'm glad that I know now that they're going to be encountering them. Well, eventually they would have had to. So it's not really a spoiler. I kind of figured that it was going to happen. I mean, if there's only like one episode left after the 12th episode, so they'd have to wrap it up as slow as Discovery goes. Oh, it's up here. Okay. You will escort us.
Leodis_Abnoba says, it was great to see Janeway in Disco.
Disco fever. So, Janeway STD.
Arcanoloth says, yeah, season plots are like prostitutes. You gotta wrap that shit up.
Yeah, it's like if someone could come up with a condensed version of season 4 of Discovery, like it'd just be in like an hour-long episode. Just take out all the bullshit dialogue that the feelings junk that nobody gives a shit about. It's like, you know, Paul and his partner on there, and the girl and hers and stuff like that. That they're kind of the kids of them, you know.
Leodis_Abnoba says, Janeway is the 10C, just so you know.
Nice. But you know, they sent the synth version of the Trill actor or character, I don't know, I can't remember the name, away to do whatever. Then they brought back the other one. Did they really have to have that much screen time and talk about the feelings between this and that and all this kind of stuff? Take that out of the, you know, just cut this out. Cut out the Saru thing or whatever, you know, condense it down to whatever this is. Have Stamets and engineering figuring things out. That's good, you know. Take off all the whole thing about what's his face going to the planet with the other guy and getting
Arcanoloth
whatever that was.
says, yeah, but then they don't get to do the whole fan service thing.
True, yeah.
Leodis_Abnoba says, no too much feeling. Leave some but cut some of it.
Like, you know, the dude's story about him and the other alien dude, like building the transporter to get out of there. You know, that right there, and whole episode dedicated to that. Seriously, it's like
Arcanoloth
Boba
says,
Fett, you know, being
Disco
barely.
can never decide if it wants to do action or character development or fan service, so they do all three all the time.
Yeah, the same episode. They do like the actual action is only like maybe 5 minutes of the episode, and the rest of it's like boring. You know, to me it's boring. I don't really care much for the characters in Star Trek Discovery as much as I care about, like, give me a story that's got Star Trek in it and work around that with the characters versus forcing us into these characters' lives first and then wrapping a story around them and how they're going to solve this story.
Arcanoloth says, I like the characters but they need better development yet.
Yeah. It's like out of nowhere, someone random, hey, how you doing? Here's my story.
He was born under a rock on Cala Inus 4.
You know, something like.
Now he's taking his pants.
Leodis_Abnoba says, gimme Stamets, Booker, and Paul in three-way orgy for 40 minutes with Burnham watching while explain anatomy to Zora. Arcanoloth says, and you can have conflict without sounding like a schoolyard, but that's a side effect of everything being compressed into the 30 SECS between explosions.
Oh my.
Maybe I should like individually label some of those oh my's to where it's E for excitement or something. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. I'm not gonna record a lot of me continuously getting them over and over and over and over and over and over and over. So I want to get off of here and watch Discovery myself. That way I'll know what's going on with it. And
Arcanoloth
stuff.
says, haha, reminds me of that scene from What We Do in the Shadows, where they have the vampire orgy, and they can't put mirrors on the ceiling 'cause vampires, so they make the familiar watch and describe the action. Leotis_Abnobas says, okay nighty night.
Yeah. Y'all have a good night, morning, whatever it is.
Arcanoloth says, my bones are sore, time for bed. Arcanoloth says, GG.
GG, man. Good game. GG. GG, man. Farcher. He's a fart archer. Alright, good night, y'all. And closing her down. But I'm going to have to download and merge together, so I got to remember that. Good night.